Hey, welcome back everyone. Back on the 86 Chevy Squarebody Scottsdale pickup truck. Went over last night on the last video. Don't know how I'm really gonna do this. Keep all the videos going for this, because I'm just gonna be able to work a couple hours out here in the garage every night, if that. I'm still working 7 days a week, so I'm trying to keep the videos going along with trying to get something done. So, what we're going to do tonight is pull the carburetor, pull all the accessories, radiator, fan, get all that stuff done, distributor out of it, raise it up. We're going to raise it up, get the transmission out of it, which ain't going to happen tonight. If I can get everything off the top side of it, the radiator out of it, accessories, I'll be happy tonight. So, and I'll get some videos going, and maybe tonight's Thursday, so maybe this weekend I'll have enough 15-20 minutes of videos to post up, and we'll go from there, because I don't want to bore y'all with me doing everything and running my mouth like I like to. So all right, I might be going in warp speed with some stuff, and we'll just see how it goes. I'm just gonna wing it. So I'll get y'all set up and get ready to start pulling stuff off. All right, so the first thing, like I said, we're gonna take the radiator out. Get that out of the way, because I know it's gonna make a mess. They put the pitcock right on top of 1,300 different things, so as soon as it hits the frame and the power steering and the steering box and all the hoses, it's just gonna go everywhere. So I got my oil water catch can thingy bob here. So I'm gonna take this pitcock out, and I'm gonna show you where the pitcock's at. You see what I'm talking about. It is right up there. So it's got the steering box, frame. I know it's gonna make a mess, but what doesn't around here? So let's see how big a mess it makes. I know how big a mess it's gonna make. It's gonna make a big mess. Maybe not. I can't get my hand up to it. Might have to let it back down. Man, I hate to let it back down. All right, I'm gonna let it back down just a wee little bit, so I can stick my arm up there to get together. Unscrew it. That should be enough. Now I gotta readjust this thing here so you'll be able to go up in there. Yeah, let's see if y'all can still see that. Oh yeah, y'all gonna see a nice mess here in a second. All right, line her up. Let's get the oil dry out, because I know it's gonna make a mess. Yeah, start with this, that way we'll be, yeah, look at that. That way we can, yeah, let's drop the pitcock. Let that drain for a little bit. Yeah, I'm messing it. Imagine that. Ain't that something? Don't know why they couldn't put the pitcock right here underneath, have a clear path. Nah, we gotta put everything underneath it. That way it goes on your sway bar arm, your A arm, steering box, your frame, everything. Ain't bad. at least they do give us a nifty little pickcock instead of all those other ones with the metal ears. I can't believe this plastic one still ain't deteriorated yet. Alright, ain't this fun? I'll be back here in a second once we get this thing drained and pull the radiator out. Alright, so we got the fan off, got the fan shroud out, got all the water drained on all over the floor. So I got oil dry, and I hate oil dry, but anyway, I got oil dry on the floor. That way it makes it nice and slick. Got the transmission lines unhooked. Got the heater hoses. That one's unhooked. This one ain't hooked up. Got this. We're going to end up getting new hoses because these here, we noticed it was collapsing. Well, of course, going to be some more water in that. Oh, yeah, that's good. So, save these hose clamps. So we got 2 bolts here, take off, and the radiator should pop right out of there. So, let's see. And just like the Impala, I got the 4 nuts that held the fan in place. Got the fan off, I put the nuts back on there. That way I know where they're at when we get ready to put it back on. So just with these hold down brackets for the radiator, I'll put this bracket over there in the pile. Make sure you don't lose the isolator, rubber piece, whatever, so that holds the radiator in there. Don't wear on the radiator. I'll put the bolts right back in there. That way I know where they're at when we get ready to put it back, which I hope is soon, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Alright, got those out. And yeah, it's a little warm. Alright. They got that little tip sticking through the bracket. See that? That holds the rubber piece on the brackets. So take these bolts, put them back in there. On Tabby's and Palos, that helped out a lot when I got ready to put it back. I had everything in bags. And when I got ready to put something, I just went and grabbed the bag of what it was. Put the bolts back in. Well, of course, let's bring some more water out on the floor. We'll let that drain outside, help the environment out there, kill some of the weeds. So, now I'm going to start with all the front accessories. And there again, I ain't going to bore you. I'll get it going, figure out what I'm going to do. And we'll be back here in a second. Alright, before I take them off, I want to show you what else I do. On the fan belts, got 3 of them, power steering, alternator, air conditioning. I'll get me a tire marker or whatever and mark the belts. That way I know when we get ready to go back what's what. Air conditioning, alternator, power steering. That way there won't be no confusion. So let me get these off. Alright, well, the other night we was out here and the GoPro went dead, so I couldn't show you the final what I finished that even. Got the carburetor, alternator, air conditioning, power steering. Got the air conditioning, power steering just flopped aside. Got the carburetor off of it. So tonight we're going to work on getting the fuel pump lines undone, pulling the distributor out, and unhooking all the wires. What else can we do? That's about it. Take the thermostat line off. Remove all the wires. That's for the air conditioning. Unhook the starter. That's what all those are for. Yep, that's about it. So son-in-law's supposed to be up here in a little bit. He's going to help. So get everything out. I might try to stand right here, get my fat butt up in there, pull the distributor out, unhook the cruise control, and then raise up in the air, unhook the transmission, drive shaft, shifter, vacuum line to it, and the speedo cable. So we're back here in a second once I get a game plan of what we're going to do and get all the tools out. All that good stuff. So see you here in a little bit. Alright, so we got the distributor out of it, took off the water pump, took off the cruise control that wasn't hooked up. So, and the distributor is right here. So set that aside. Let's look inside here. So got the fuel pump unhooked. All those wires go to the starter. Got the oil pressure gauge, oil pressure line off of it. The thermostat line off of it. Some vacuum lines off of it. All the spark plugs off of it, or at least unplugged. So, only thing I gotta do now, get up in the air, start taking off the drive shaft and getting all the transmission unhooked, linkages, the vacuum line, take out the cross member, and this puppy be ready to pull out of there. So, let's see what we can do. Alright, it's getting late. I'll show you what's going on. Drive shaft's out. Drive shaft's out. Speedo cable, vacuum line. The shifter's out. Got the starter out. Starter's out. Transmission line's out. And I got a bar that goes across the transmissions to take the cross member out to hold it up there till we get it back on the ground. But it's too late in the day. And too late in the night. Make all that noise, be getting the Metabo out to cut everything. So we'll just wait till tomorrow and put a makeshift cross member in there, and then raise it up, the transmission, take out the transmission cross member, let it down on the ground, everything should be unhooked, and tomorrow we should be pulling the motor and transmission out of there all together. So that's all we're going to do for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, sometime tomorrow afternoon, and hopefully we'll have it out. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right. So today's the day we're going to pull this motor and transmission out. We're going to try to pull them out one at a time. I mean, both of them at once. Let's see what happens. We got it all hooked up. Should have everything unhooked, but you all know how it goes. If you're pulling something, there's always that one or two wire that you didn't account for still stuck back there. So here we go. Here we go. Got it up so high, Trevor hooked the transmission up, Nick pulled it over to the passenger side. Came right out, good wrench 350 with the turbo 350 on the back of it. That's, like I said before, the 700R4 is gonna go behind it. We're gonna clean it up, pull the intake off, pull the heads off, pull the manifolds off of it, try to clean it up, take it down south a little bit to my buddies. He's gonna inspect everything, make sure everything's good on it, and then we're gonna start ordering parts and throwing parts at it. And hopefully in a couple, 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be putting it back down in there. So for this series, for the 86 Chevy Scottsdale Squarebody Chevrolet pickup truck, that'll be it for tonight. I'll go upload this here in a little bit. But I want to thank everyone for coming, for watching and subscribing to the channel. If this is your first time here watching, please go click the subscribe button. If you like it, if you know other people who like it, hit the share button. And I'd really appreciate it. Comment below. We ain't picked out a cam yet. We're thinking we know what cam we want. But comment below if you got a good combination for cams, heads, and intake. And we'll look at it. We'll do a little research on it and see what it looks like. Once we figure out which cam and stuff we're going to take, we'll probably get it back on here and post it back on there and let y'all see what it looks like. So, all right. Sean McNeil, McNeil's Garage, and
Trevor,
and
Nick.
saying see y'all later.